Generic greetings, and welcome back to Prison Architect Warden Mode. In the previous episode, this happened. Yeah, I mean, it's actually been cleaned up from the original event, but it's still not entirely back to factory settings. Yes, for whatever reason, all of the prisoners decided it would be a just dandy idea to kick the living crap out of each other. And I don't know why that is. I don't understand why they decided to do that. It's not something that was triggered by this prisoners demand less work or anything like that, so I don't know. I really don't know. Either way, I'm taking myself to the infirmary, and as you can see, we are getting healed up there, which is good. We probably need another couple of doctors with this amount, but for the time being we are okay. What I'm going to do is go up to this person. Now he's tired, so we're going to leave them be. We want someone following us around, and like say that might be something we can do. No, we can't. Sadly, you can't get a canine unit. I assume that you can't. Can I hire them? Yes, I can. Okay, so we now have a follower. So this guard, she'll follow us around, and if anything kicks off, she will try and help me out. You know, with the gratuitous application of a truncheon, probably. But either way, we have now managed to sort of settle this down. It was interesting that kicked off like that. I don't know why that did that. But anyway, just quickly double check the needs, which are being fulfilled almost entirely, so that's fine. We planned off this thing on the left. This is what we did last episode, and this was where we're going to put the high risk prisoners. So in these cells here. So we're going to have a couple of rows, and then we're going to have the shower and solitary. Now, bit of a mixed bag, I think, about whether this is a good idea or not, but overall interesting. And I'll go with interesting over efficient most days of the week. Although, well, that's not actually the case, but in this case we're going to do that because changing it would be too difficult. Foundation, building brick, and we're going to go down and get this done. So this is going to be our shower. Well, not our shower, we're not going to be using it. But we'll have jail doors either side. We don't even need jail doors, really. We just need standard doors, to be quite honest. So we'll do that. And we'll speed up to max speed and let things crack on. Obviously, a lot of the workers will be on the right-hand side here, worrying about, you know, how to clean the blood off the floor. Speaking of that, we probably do need to hire another couple of janitors to sort that out. We've only got £6 left, which is a problem because we don't have any power around here, and we want to put power in this area, but don't really have the capability of doing so. I'm just going to go to dog patrols here and make sure that we have a dog patrol assigned to the end, probably to there, and we'll do the same down the bottom. Slightly more difficult because of how this is laid out, but straight across, like that. And then we will also put one on the back. And the reason for that is when we have death row, we'll have to patrol it as well. But actually, for the time being, we'll not bother because there's nothing over there. So we need to have probably the walkways put in a bit more as well. Why is that not getting built? Oh, it is getting built. It's just the work's been doing other things. So we'll get some more prisoners turn up. We're still doing hopefully this reform through education initiative. We're just going to double check that. Oh, hang on, it's kicking off again. Get the taser out. That didn't take long. It's him again. Always the same person. Actually, that's not true, but it's always, for the most part, double B. I'm not saying that they are the catalyst. What are the what have they got? Volatile. Yeah, so they're generally involved. Not saying they're the not saying they're always the one that causes it, but they're always involved in it somehow. They might not have flung the first punch, but they always seem to be there. Strangely. Anyway, we are going to do a full shakedown tonight. I think it would be worth it. And we're getting a bit of money, and there's some early release as well, which is quite useful. We will have a grading now as well, so let's check that out after we've done a shakedown. That's a lockdown. Shakedown. So, prison grading. Oh, reoffending rate is 28%. Okay, immediately. Not even going to check the other stuff now. We need to go down to policy and reduce that parole down to 15%. That's far too high, a reoffending rate. Punishment is quite high. Reform is low. Security is high, and health is negative. That's bad. That's very bad. That's a terrible grade. Staff fatalities 1. Capacity 71. Deaths custody 2. No prisoners escape. Paroled early 15 with a 13% reoffending rate? That's not a word. Reoffending rate. And the problem... Actually, it's not too bad. I thought this was... Well, it is bad, this 28% reoffending rate, but I thought that this was paroled early. But no, it's only 15 paroled early with a 13% of those reoffended. So one of them, I guess. If it was 10%, it'd be 1.5 of them. So 13% is... Is it? It's 1 or 2. Right, so that's not too much of a problem. Apparently... Oh, a tunnel. Yeah, there was actually a tunnel there. Interesting. We'll remove the tunnels. Yeah, so... That happened. So we're going to have to try and reduce that down. So let's just get the shower put in. So the drain will go along there. Actually, what I'm going to do is open this up. We'll just have it open to the elements. So if we did have... if we did have a cold snap, imagine going into this shower in the morning with the wind howling through. Oh, that would not be good. That would not be good at all. What I wanted to check is in our programs, we got foundation education program running and general education. 2 interested, 0 qualified. No one in there yet, but hopefully that'll be in there somewhere. Someone will go for that one. Looks like the camera can move. That's a problem though. See that? Is that a bug? Yeah. See that camera? It's shaking. That's because by default the camera has to stay there. But I think that's a bug. Because it's trying to... It's got like 2... No. On one hand, it says the camera always follows this guy around. And then that one is... Nope, it goes there, but you can see it's trying to get back. I assume that's what's happening. Perhaps wrongly. The prisoners have settled down about the work hours now. I guess we can put it back. Yep, so I will do just that. So, regime... Working free time. There you go. Programs. Reschedule all programs. That'll be a bit better for us. Right, okay. So, we got 13 grand. Enough to come over on the left here and get probably the... What's he doing? He's getting searches, what he's getting. So, we'll have the extra power station in here. Like that. Obviously it's going to cost a lot of money, but that's just... Well, we just have to accept that that's the case. So we'll run it along there and up. Obviously we're going to go back to the central spine of power that we always use, because it's, well, it is good. And make sure it doesn't connect up there, because that would be very bad indeed. And then we'll just go down the bottom there. And these ones will have the same, but what we'll probably do is go right down the centre and then have them go on left and right. But we can't do that just yet because of the poor access to it. So there's another person going over there. Search prisoner, James Smith. Probably doesn't have the item yet, but, you know. We've got someone ODing in here, which I think, yeah, immediately getting taken to the infirmary, so that's good. So, can you have more people following you is the question. I've never tried that. Yes, you can. You can actually recruit another guard. I've just got the one bodyguard for the time being. Looks like you can recruit more. So I wonder where the work people are. I don't know where they are. Well, there's one coming along. I'll open that up for them. They're just carrying stuff by the look of it. And there's a bit of debris in there. What, the ruined book? Ah. Oh, I think you get. There's a certain level of turnover for stuff as the red and red and red and red and all the old paperbacks fall to bits, or the spine breaks and that sort of thing. Anyway, so grade 26, 17 paroled early, 11% re-offend rates. That's fine. It's okay. Now, what'll happen when I grade these cells high risk? A lot of these prisoners here will move over because we've got a total of 10 maximum security prisoners because those are ones that have caused serious injury. Where are the workers? I can't find them. Where are they? Just checking in here. Whoa! A lot of stuff in there. Where are the workers? Oh my. A lot of drains and such. Let's couple more workers then. Looks like the workers did follow that path though that I set. So they're going around this way. They went around that way, I'm sure they did. When I bought them here, they went that way, which is good. Yeah, look at that. They're following that path. Got some more violence as well. I can hear it. Oh, is it him again? Is it Double B? No, it's Dan Gray. And he's in for assaulting an officer. Not the smartest, is he? Right. So... I don't know where... Oh, there we are. The workers are coming along now. To be fair, they've probably just spent most of their time... like, in the repair bit. Trying to repair everything up. That's all it is. Obviously, a lot of people coming along, getting the contraband. All be flung over. Search prisoner. Search prisoner. I wonder what the demand is these days. No demand for weapons, even though we just had a bit of a kick-off there. A lot of high narcotics, which is bad. Booze and cigs there, yeah. We are running alcoholics group therapy, I believe. No, we're not running pharmacological treatment to drug addiction. Or behavioural therapy. Or guard taser certification, so we're gonna run all of that. There we go. Probably have more behavioural therapy. It does cost, though. But I think it's worth it to get the reform up. That's fine. Because our reform, it's not poor, which is not ideal either. So we're going to run a large pipe from the other large pipe. There's no reason to mess around too much there. The water pipe round here, though, do we run it right down and then have a small pipe? It's going to look messy, but it's probably the way to do it. I mean, we don't need to go all the way to the bottom, quite honestly. We could easily do that. And say there and just see how far it goes, and then you just increase the large water pipe as far as you need it. Although that might reach. We'll see what it does. We'll find out later on. So that's that ordered in there. Let's just go ahead and start doing these cells. So these are going to be the high risk ones, and we're still going to have a grading down the bottom, which will be high risk. It still doesn't sit that well with me, just because it means that we've got some around here. There's some cells in here that really should be higher graded than they are, but, you know, they're not. What I might do next episode, just because it's eating away at me a little bit. You know, I might get to sleep maybe 2, 3 a.m. tonight, but for the time being, yeah, this here. We're going to have high-risk graded cells. I mean, it's not that large. It's only 2 of them, or 2 for 8 of them in total, with a slightly bigger size, you understand. But then over here, we've got graded cells that are not bigger size. So what I might do is delete these 3 cells at the door, increase the book, put more bookshelves in here, and then reorganize them. So if that's our 3 cells, we'll say, like, there's 2 cells. So that's slightly bigger, and that's even bigger. And then these will be a bit different graded, and then that makes it so we've got a nice level of grading throughout it. Although, to be fair, if you look at the grading of the people here, so it's in logistics room quality. 10, and it's 3. 2 and 1, 2 and 1, 2 of 2, 9 of 2. I know they sound like names of, you know, bog drones, but honestly, we should have some more grading in it. So that's a prisoner of 10, but it's only 2 of that room, so they're entitled to grade 10. They don't need a 10, they're just entitled to it. Big difference. Either way, it's something we're going to have to look at, and we'll do that next episode. So, what we'll be doing then, I guess, on top of what I've mentioned about that altering on the right-hand side, is hopefully finishing this off. Obviously, a lot of work to do. This is going to be a shower. Then we'll get our high risk in here. So all this will be cells. So what we'll do is we'll click on cells, and we'll expand that down to that. And that's our cell in there. So obviously we need beds and toilets. We need to plumb everything in. We need to light it up. We need to get the patrols running. We need to get these snipers in. We've got the towers, just not the snipers yet. So yeah, either way, it should be eventful. This one here, this side has been, I wouldn't say easy, but it's been really good doing it in Warden mode, but we haven't really had a massive challenge. Whereas already, as soon as we start to do this, it's knocked that up a notch. And then obviously once we get in solitary, we'll start putting people in solitary. Once we start getting the death row and other stuff, it's going to be, yeah, a lot higher. Especially when we get in the high risk. We haven't got gangs on, but that doesn't mean we're not going to get some legendary prisoners that could turn up. So yeah, we'll just see how it goes. As always then, hope you have enjoyed the video. Comments in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.